be.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this. There's a nice breeze here. I've got something. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara, I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
What do you say we check back in on the reign? Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No, when I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. See you tomorrow. Before we go, do you guys have everything? Did we really just spend that much money?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place. Looks like trouble with a capital T.
Together, we got this!
Thunderbolt! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
It's over!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
You're finished! Start up! We got flyers!
I've got this! Let us handle it!
Rising Warfare! All yours!
Just getting started!
You're mine!
Reload!
It's over! Strike!
A banana! Let's go!
Rising Warfare! Start up! It's over!
Annihilation!
You're mine! It's over! Rising Wyvern! Start up! Talon Sword! Long! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Wow! Look what I just found.
All right.
There's
nowhere to run from my heart.
When he slows down, that's our chance!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
It's all in storm! The earth throbs in pain.
Let's go!
You're mine!
Here I come!
Thunderblade!
Justice! Now I'm in the game! Now we're not...
Over the caster!
Sonic throw! Rising light!
Raging
Too
storm!
fast!
Stand back. Eat this! I'll trip it up.
So let's feel her! Flame of
The earth
fury!
throbs in pain.
Take this! Super swallow gas! Mirage!
Do you require a hand?
Freeze Lancer!
You're mine!
Now or never.
Charge Millennium Flame! Great Waterfall!
Stardust!
Breathe Radiant Love! Here! Dance in the wind! Air Thrust! Photon Blast!
No further.
Back into the fray! Here! Mega Ray!
It's over!
Get on the
Swallow!
move!
Rising
You
Wyvern!
shouldn't have messed with me.
Stardust!
Dance in the wind! Seal!
Escape!
You require a hand.
Get on here with the others! Sighted!
You're mine!
I'm only getting...
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Gravitas Field!
Here I come!
Lightning
I'm on!
Mega Ray!
I'll finish you here and now!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Arctic Waterfall!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
I'm even stronger than before.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Take this!
Ready to go!
It's on!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
Prepare to be seized.
Place here! Actually, that sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing. The tide of battle has turned.
That's the power of comrades in arms.
Comrades in arms.
What? Too sentimental?
You're mine! You're finished!
Here we go again.
Now, Mega Ray!
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Now I'm in the groove!
Lightning Condemn! Thunderblade! Aqua! Mega Ray! Annihilation! Now!
Eagle Assault!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing. They're surrounding us. Freeze Lancer!
I hope this thing is medically approved. Airborne beast.
My special.
Leave the charges to me!
You're mine!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Rising Wyvern! Take this! It's over!
Dragon Shell! It's go time!
No escape! Rising Wyvern!
Annihilation!
Watch this!
Mega Ray! Wind Astral Energy! Lightning Condemn! Thunderblade!
Rising Wyvern! I'm on! Startup! Take this!
Now!
Doubly! In an instant! Impact block!
Radiant
You
Light!
shouldn't have messed with me!
You're mine! Startup! You're finished! More! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best. It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah, we used to run up and down these.
Let's dispose of the trash.
No escape! Rising Wyvern!
Raging Storm!
Startup!
Healing Flame of Fury! Here goes! Hear my call!
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning Condemn!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Thunderblade! Sounds like a job for you and truly. That's my cue. I'll heal you all.
Shut 'em
Light
down.
Astral Energy! Lightning Condemn! Healing for Thunderblade! I'm on a roll! Cover the backward!
I'm surrounded!
Take this! Rising
You
Wyvern!
are incapacitated.
Since I'm done here,
I can only rely on
How could
myself.
it grow everything now?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
You're mine! Sonic Thrust! Rising Wyvern!
We're sitting them out. Please floored me. I'll admit I'm impressed. Very slight.
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Rising Wyvern! My turn!
Talon
Here I
Hurricane!
come!
Gale Force!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Glacial Spear!
Take
Here's
it!
evil! Air Thrust!
Rising
Lightning
Wyvern! You're mine!
Do it!
It's River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more. That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
Get lost!
Strike! I'm on it!
Talon Hurricane! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Radiant Storm!
Rising Wyvern!
Freeze Laser!
Here I come!
Eat this!
I'll get you.
We'll soon see about that!
They got me flanked.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the puzzle to me.
Raging Storm!
You're mine!
Annihilation!
Here I come! It's over! Take this! You're finished! Burn!
I'll heal you all! Raging Cascade! Talon Hurricane!
Here you go.
This is not in your dreams!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
I owe you one.
We've all got enough of it.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Hurry, Malevolent! Arctic Waterfall!
Rising
Blaze
Wyvern!
Lancer!
Take this!
Air Thrust! Whirlwind Blast! Astral Energy! Searing Flame! I'm out of ammo! I'm on low!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade. Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again!
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Gotta break through! Here I come! Pierce through! I'm on! Rising Wyvern!
Captain Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
You're finished!
Freeze Laser!
You're mine!
Eagle Force! Talon Hurricane!
Escape!
This will come in handy! Raging Cascade!
You're finished!
Burning Strike!
I'm not done! Pierce through! It's over! Here I come! No, it's
Searing
on!
Flame! Reload!
Stardust!
Radiant! Here! Now! I'm out!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
What's this thing?
No choice! Here I come!
Dance in the wind!
Rising Wyvern!
Air Thrust!
Rising Wyvern!
Photon! Lightning Cadet!
Stardust!
Thunderblade!
Rocket Shout! Here I am!
Watch it!
Strike!
Lightning!
Strike! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! Do it!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
Dance in
That
the
training's
wind!
paying off! Strike! Pierce through!
Eagle Assault!
Rising
On a roll
Wyvern!
now! These fists have got your name on them!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind!
Not a chance!
Air Thrust!
Don't get complacent.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that.
Right, here goes! Take this! I'm on fire! You're done! Not today! Go away!
Here's evil!
No escape!
Freeze laser!
Here I come! For your life!
Do it!
Now! It's over! I'll take you all on!
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Eat this! I'll
Freeze
finish you
laser!
here and now! You're finished! Eagle assault! Here I come!
Searing
You have your uses now and again.
Told you!
Now!
Lies unstoppable!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
Let's dispose of the trash. Don't mind if I do.
You're finished! Dragon down! You're mine! Pierce through!
Mega ray!
It's over! Rising Wyvern! Stardust!
Elation!
Pierce through!
Into the ship! Do it!
Talon Storm!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Not a chance!
Gemini Aqua!
Crush!
Lightning orb! Hear me!
Mirage!
Flame of
This
fury!
one's all mine.
Burning strike!
My turn! Dragon
Down!
No escape!
Raging storm!
Strike! Rising Wyvern!
Hurricane! Island!
Now!
Arctic! Mega ray!
Rising Wyvern! Hurricane! Not today! You're mine! You're finished! Swallow dance!
It must take time. Astral energy!
Say no more!
The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you even know about all that astrally stuff?
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What? Are you serious?
Get lost!
You're mine!
Lightning
It's
attack!
over now!
Thunder blade!
Take this!
Freeze
I'll
laser!
tear you apart! Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Now you see what I can do.
Take this! Stardust! Talon Hurricane! You're mine!
I'll finish you here and now.
Don't leave it! In an instant! Impact Rock! Not a chance!
Dance in the wind!
You're mine!
Air!
You're mine! Here I come!
Downfall!
Rising Wyvern! Stardust!
By the power of water!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I can feel my precision improving.
I'm like bait to them.
Here I come!
Gemini
Take
Aqua!
this!
Dragon show!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Stardust! Here I come!
just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Rod...
Starter! I'm on it! Rising Falcon! Demon Fang!
There do it!
Why you me?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! Blue Escape! Starter!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Not a chance!
Photon Blast!
You're finished! Pierce through!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Oh yeah? Think you could beat me at arm wrestling?
When have I not beaten you?
Right. I'll just go on ahead then.
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.